Hello Scorpio gang, welcome to my channel, The Intuitive Teacup, for yet again another short, tiny little baby, petite love tarot reading. This is going to be about love, relationships, that sort of thing. These are going to be very brief messages, so if you're looking for something more expansive with lots more detail, try another video. I've posted like 3 or 4 videos all about love, specifically for your sign these last couple weeks. I'm making the most of my quarantine over here. There's also one on career and finances. Encourage you to check that out if you are at all interested. If not, settle in. We're going to do, as I said, a little love and romance here for you. Everything about this video will be written down in the description box below for you. The decks I'm using, my social media, how to book a personal. And yeah, as always, general readings here on YouTube. Promise you guys, not everything in this video will resonate. I hope lots and lots of it does. If all of it does, that's great. But I want to set expectations going in. This might not be your story, so I just need you guys to understand that going in. All right, enough of the rules, enough of the enforcement. All right, let's get some love messages for Scorpio and their person. If you don't currently have a person, this could represent someone coming in. It could also represent someone you haven't met yet, or someone returning from your past. We'll see how this sort of transpires. All right, so King of Wands is sleeping. So if you're waiting for a fire sign, it doesn't have to be a male, but particularly there's some strong masculine energy coming through here. So an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, they're thinking about you. They're gathering their thoughts. It could be that they're dreaming about you, but in terms of, it's funny, you have the action king taking kind of little action right now, but it's more the, I know this is a weird way of phrasing it, but the action they're taking is they're trying to sort out their thoughts about where you stand, about where they stand, about how this could work. That's sort of what I'm getting with that. Because yeah, underneath that, there's a little bit of anxiety of something about the clock is ticking, having to wait for something. I don't know if they've already messaged you and perhaps they're waiting for the return of your response. It seems like you're keeping them in limbo. You're keeping them in hangman mode, or certainly this could go vice versa, right? Yeah, but then you have 10 of Cups, and then you have a little bit of like heartbreak or healing. So, I mean, yes, Scorpio, these are, all over the place. There's a lot of kind of intense energies here, severe anxiety and waiting. Or if it's not anxiety, it's just uncertainty of the outcome that it's like it's weighing heavily on one's mind. And then these are 2 interesting pairings too. The fairy tale ending, the happy ever after card with the heartbreak card. So was there a change of heart? Did somebody set sail and now you're not sure if they're going to return? It could be something like that where maybe one or two of you thought it was your person, you thought it was your fairy tale ending, and then surprise, right? And again, I'm not necessarily predicting this, again, take the messages with a grain of salt if and where they apply to your own life. That's up to you. You're always in the driver's seat. Underneath that, though, you have the 8 of Cups, so somebody moving on from something that is no longer emotionally satisfying. And then, the 8 of Cups, if I didn't say that clearly. And then you have the Ace of Cups. A lot of you are moving towards newness. Potentially newness with, it could be a fire sign. It could also be a water sign. Anyway, let's get into your actual reading and sort of see what we can do with these energies. All right, so let's start with you. So, I mean, you're vibing high. Your cards are fantastic, actually. So, again, if you're not feeling this way now, do have some hope that something good is coming in for you. Sometimes in a love read, I say kind of with a wink, like hitting the jackpot in love. If that's not where you're at currently, it's saying to me that you're manifesting it. You're thinking about, with this card in particular, it doesn't talk about the one night stand. It doesn't talk about rebounding or hit it and quit it. So, again, if that's what you're looking for, this might not be your message. When this card comes up in a love spread, it can indicate you're thinking long term about the future, about the kids and the grandkids and the house you're going to build and the jobs and the this and the that, the empire you're building potentially with a spouse. Or it could also indicate marriage is already part of the picture. So that's sort of like your overall energies, particularly what you're thinking about. So it could be that you guys may have tried some time apart. And I do feel like this sort of energy it's just kind of happening a lot, right? When we're all in quarantine and either stuck with the person that we thought we wanted to be with, or vice versa, the one that we're longing to be with, it's really bringing up a lot of energy from our subconscious, particularly in Taurus season, about who we love, right? That Venus energy. So someone may be taking stock of their current situation and realizing, you know what, I'm not as happy here as I thought. So maybe I'm going to move on to try and find new love or something more in alignment with what I want in my heart, right? That's sort of what this could indicate. So, I mean, for 1 or 2 of you, this could indicate a fire sign is thinking about leaving. Again, don't make it your story if it's not. It could also indicate the opposite, that if you're with a fire sign, you may be thinking about taking a break from that, or the opposite. If you're not currently with them, you're thinking about them and you potentially see them as the long-term fairy tale ending. But with that, it's not here yet. So in which case you're sort of like, there's a lot of indecision with where you stand on this mentally. Kind of potentially with this, is it worth waiting for? Like waiting for is absolutely crushing. It seems like it's quite painful, the waiting process. So I mean, with King of Fire showing up in your spread, that's the king of action, of movement, of passion, of, yeah, like expansion and going after things that excite one, that you know, fill our heart with that like exuberance and that energy. So yeah, you're thinking long-term about your wish fulfillment, potentially with a Pisces or a Cancer, though it doesn't have to be. I'm sort of getting with this, and you know, I don't mean to be a hype man at all, but your cards are so great. It's like you're already manifesting your dream life. You're well on your way to achieving it. It's like pentacle by pentacle, brick by brick. It's all starting to line up. There's vision here. There's clarity. So all these cards of like darkness and uncertainty, I'm not certain that that's you. That could be coming in as your person's energy of if they want to come in. Because with these cards in your spread, there is a huge sense of accomplishment and achievement. And yeah, it's like things blossoming right before your very eyes because you've put a lot of work and passion into something. With that vibrant red hat, your energy, your love has gone towards many things in your life, be it people or jobs or skills or, you know, side hustles or passions, whatever, where you're starting to see the seeds pop. I mean, money doesn't look terrible right now. I got to be honest with you guys. So then I want to clarify this High Priestess. Is that who you're thinking about? This is frequently a card of Cancer or Pisces. It's moon energy. So that's where all like the deep, dark, subconscious thoughts sort of exist for me in that moon space. But your cards are coming off as kick-ass, so I really like that. What is with the High Priestess? Why is this coming up in Scorpio's energy? The High Priestess is sometimes a card of secrets, but also being our subconscious. Sometimes when this card comes up, it's like, you already know. So if you're thinking long-term about building a life with someone, this isn't me trying to be a cop-out, but this is kind of saying, Scorpio, you know what I'm talking about. Like that is what the High Priestess indicates, because she's the direct messenger from source, from communication. She exists within all of us, right? She is us, you know, in our fool's journey through life. It's about intuitively tapping into, which, like you being a water sign are extremely intuitive, intuitively tapping into information that already exists within us. Yeah, this has to do with the life you want to build and potentially with another water sign, the way one cup flows into the other. Something about this, it's I don't know why, but it's being related to me as Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, or not in that particular order, but there could be 3 water signs involved here. And I'm not necessarily saying third-party energy. It could be that you end up building a home or a life with somebody, and it's like you're a water sign, they're a water sign, and maybe you potentially have a child who is. It's really drenched in a lot of water here. And maybe that's what this new cup is, too. Some of you might just be at a distance from your person and you're really sad that you can't see them. And if that's the case, it's like you already know, again, intuitively, not even subconsciously, you just know, you are certain that this is your person, this is your 10 of Cups, and you love them and you miss them, but it's heartbreaking not being able to see them. In which case, I do sense that you guys would already be together. This wouldn't be someone who you're not communicating with. In that case, it's like your person, particularly if it's a fire sign, they're thinking about you too, and they're sort of feeling this distance and this longing to be with, you know, your fairy tale ending person. It's like they're your best friend and also your lover and potentially your husband or your wife or this or that. So there might be some sort of an emotional risk where somebody goes to see you or vice versa. I don't know why it's being translated as a risk. But yeah, with Knight of Pentacles and the 8 of Cups, if this doesn't involve divorce or leaving someone behind, it's something about that cup between the two of you. Something about like the shared emotion one feels. They're making practical steps to go see you and go communicate something very important with you. About the 8 of Cups. So you have 8 of Cups showing up twice. So again, the energies can go vice versa. If you're not with this person and you're both thinking about each other, it could be that you both 8 of Cups your other person and then go into that Ace of Cups together. So yeah, it could be that you might not even know who this is in terms of like them coming into your energy now. But if you're both kind of, sort of, technically with someone, whatever that means, Scorpio, right? This could indicate that you're both thinking of someone else. Again, with that moon, you're both thinking of like a water sign is sort of what I'm getting here. Doesn't have to be that, but these are both cards of Pisces. This again can be a card of Pisces. This is a card of Pisces. So you both may be thinking of a brand new cup, starting over, hitting reset. Yeah, with a couple aces to start something new. So let's look at your person. So they have 8 of Swords. All right. So there's a need to break free from like the obstruction of their thoughts. Their thoughts, things that they're thinking, that's what's stopping them from moving forward. It's what's keeping them from progressing on their spiritual path. It's almost like it's almost like time has stopped. It's like I don't know why I'm getting the image of somebody like stuck in like an hourglass. It's like the sand is coming down, but they're trying to stop it. And like the longer they wait and exist in indecision, and this is obviously a metaphor, but it's like they're being crushed by the sand. Like eventually they're going to have to bust free from this. They're going to have to break out of this like hourglass because they're avoiding an important decision. And I think that's what this is with all these 8s, the 8 of Swords, the 8 of Cups. This person is essentially, I think emotionally they've already moved on from whoever they're currently with, but they haven't busted free out of the glass. They haven't had that difficult conversation of, hey, I think we're done here. So again, this could indicate if you guys are married, right? Trouble in paradise, and you're like, if you're watching this tarot video to get a sense of where your person's at, that quite clearly, again, no offense, I know this is a harsh message, so if you're not ready to hear it, earmuffs. But yeah, if you're with somebody and you're like, I feel like there's been a change in how they're acting, yeah, they're not telling you something because they're avoiding an awkward conversation, particularly a fire sign, an Aries, Leo, Sag. If you are single and looking, if you are flirting with someone or mild bits of communication back and forth, but you're not able to see them, if you're at a distance, that person's going to take practical steps to start communicating with you more because they are thinking about you. 10 of Cups and 10 of Cups being shown with this. It's either you're at a distance from the person you love and want to be with, and I am sensing more of a physical distance, like moving towards the fairy tale ending. If you're with someone and very much married, but again, trouble in paradise, this could indicate a severing of something where the hearts were once combined, like under one household, under one roof. This could indicate that the fairy tale ending is sort of unraveling. Sorry guys, I know that's a harsh message, but the good news is you have aces. You have 2 aces. So I'm already sensing that there's multiple people in this spread. This doesn't seem like A and B. This seems like A, B, C, D. Like there's a lot of other people going on in here. Sometimes the High Priestess can indicate secrets, so you could be like secretly or silently more secretly communicating with, again, someone who's not really part of the couple, but like people on the fringes, on the outer edges of this main relationship coming through. Quite literally, there's 3. This one pours into that one pours into this. That's what I mean. So you're not giving all your love to one person is what I'm sensing. And again, if you're single, that simply means that you have options starting to trickle in. You may be flirting with multiple people. If you're on dating apps, there could be a few messages coming in here and there. So this person is trying to break free from the rigid structure of something. Again, I'm getting something about a marriage, Scorpio. With the Emperor coming up, it's all about order and rules and restriction and in a sense, conformity and traditionalism. But what they're breaking away, 8s are breaking away from like the sense of entrapment, and there's so many 8s going on here. 888, you have a lot of them. So yeah, it's almost like the structure is crumbling. And again, that's such a harsh message. I'm sorry for those who relate to this. And that's, that might be a real blow to some of you. I don't think it would be a surprise, but a confirmation that's very heavy to hear. There does seem to be a crumbling of the structure of what's between you. But again, for those who have eyes for someone else that may or may not be spoken for already, I suppose that could potentially be positive news for you. If they're the one initiating the action to end something, then they're making room in their life for a new cup to come in. And I'm sort of getting like, hello, Scorpio. So yeah, it could be very positive for you as well. It's more, the people who have been in a solid commitment for many years, that one feels a little bit uncomfortable to me. It feels like change is absolutely on the horizon for that. But what's positive for everybody involved in this spread, and I think there's multiple people in this state, Whoever is at this Eight of Cups, the emotional bravery of needing to leave something behind that is no longer fulfilling. It's no longer in alignment with what you desire in a relationship, right? Long term. After that comes the Nine of Cups, and it's showing right up in your spread. It was the second card out the deck. Also, FYI, Wheel of Fortune is under this Eight of Cups. So, oops, let me show it to you the correct way. Wheel of Fortune, expansion out of the comfort zone, out of the safety zone, which essentially, that is sort of what the eights indicate. We've been here so long, it's become familiar, but because we've been here so long and it is familiar, in a sense, it's a trap. It's a trap, run. No, but sometimes we lose sight of like the larger picture, and that's sort of what the Wheel of Fortune is. It's destiny, it's fate coming into change up the cycles, the turning of the tide. It's positive expansion forward so that you're not settling. Eight of Cups to me is settling. Eight of Swords is mental imprisonment, not being able to break free from negative or false beliefs. So there's a huge sense of illumination coming in for a lot of you, like aha moments or epiphanies. And I mean, I know those are big, big words, right? But I mean, it's so positive though that for most of you Scorpios, this is going to be beneficial, even though it may not seem like it at the time. So then your person's last card, again, another Eight of Pentacles. All right, let's see here. Eight of Pentacles and Two of Wands. So some of you, because it's coming up in your person's spread, I'm trying to translate this into love, because Eight of Pentacles is typically my work or apprenticeship card. Someone is having let me try that again. Someone is struggling to vocalize, to express in absolute truth, coming forward to telling their person something that they've been keeping under the surface, something that, again, they haven't brought into daylight, into the spotlight. And it does have to do with a need or a desire to move on from the status quo. So maybe it's just spicing up the relationship, right? Keeping it passionate, keeping it interesting. Though that's not usually a problem for you, Scorpio. So that's why I'm sensing it's probably your person. They're at a crossroads too, because they're thinking, I've put so much time and work into this. Is it really worth going off in a brand new direction? So again, I'm not here to tell you what to do, but this is indicating to me the reason one or both of you isn't moving forward is because it's comfortable. It's familiar. And it's the idea of clinging to what is familiar, even though it may be losing its passion or losing its zest or losing its energy. Eight of Pentacles to me is saying this relationship, again, for my married people, I'm sorry, but you guys have been putting a lot of work and effort into this, and yet you're still at a crossroads. Do we keep going down this path together, or is it time for some time apart to see what other options are out there for us? I mean, you have a lot of cards indicating that you guys might go your own separate ways, particularly if you're dealing with an air sign, actually. The way it's like a new beginning for the water sign, a new beginning for the air sign. So, or it could indicate that this is what's coming in. There could be an Ace of Cups for you and communication with someone new. So, yeah, let's throw one more down on that. Let's do this one. Yeah, some of you might be dealing with a Capricorn. Some of you want to profess your love to a Capricorn. And vice versa. So something about this too, it could be an earth sign has eyes for you, particularly a Virgo. A Virgo potentially has eyes for you, and that could have involved a Capricorn in their past. The Magician. Yeah, you're manifesting new beginnings. Both of you are. And this is a card of Virgo as well as Gemini. I think there's going to be communication with new people. I think there's a lot that hasn't been said with your current person regarding things you guys are less than excited about. But you guys are manifesting new beginnings. And if you're not doing that now and you would like new people, you need to start envisioning that. It all starts from within, but as within, so without. With the Magician, you need to start manifesting and thinking about what is it that you truly seek and desire in a romantic partnership, because I'm almost getting like, whatever you're thinking about long term, there is the great ability for it to come to fruition quite quickly. I don't know, with like Knight of Swords energy and the Magician, it's almost like, boom, I want a person. And then, the knock on your door, right? And obviously I'm kind of being silly. It's not going to happen for you like that instantly, but it does seem like there's more speed going to newness. With that Wheel of Fortune, it's destiny. It's almost inevitable. And again, what I'm trying to get at is you guys know exactly where you stand. So it's like, why are you watching this tarot video? No, I'm totally kidding. But it's something like, you know where this person stands. If you're feeling it intuitively, like they're pulling away, they're withdrawing, their secrets, what aren't they telling me? Well, all of the above, right? Like your intuition is hot right now. It's on point. So listen to that. Door to personal healing and happiness. Yeah, you're walking out the door. Somebody is. And again, there's something beautiful on the other side of that. With that rainbow, you're seeing your 10 of cups. You're starting to envision it. You're already at the 9. So yeah, you have something really beautiful coming in where if you are thinking about long-term marriage and romance and, you know, sharing or having a partner for life, not just for, you know, an in-betweener or a rebound, it seems like that's the door a lot of my Scorpios are headed towards, like the long-term wish fulfillment in love. Something about that little dove, it's going to be very peaceful. It'll put you at ease. You're not going to constantly be in the state of on again, off again, are we or aren't we, where do they stand, they're keeping secrets. Like that's a lot of red flags that something is wrong. So trouble in paradise, something is wrong with the equation here. So with all these aces and 8 of cups, I think you guys are being asked to hit reset and start anew in love, all right? Let's throw some zodiac signs on this and wrap her up. Again, this was a very short, abbreviated tarot reading. Not typically my style. I like to do long ones, but I'm trying to cater to the people who like mini ones. So Capricorn came out, Aries, Taurus, I usually take 4. Sagittarius, bottom of your deck. Let's take one more for Scorpio's reading. One more. Scorpio came out. Did I just call you Sagittarius? I'm confused. Sorry. Scorpio, your own card came out in this. Bottom of your deck is now Gemini. All right, guys, I hope that helps. Please do like, share, subscribe. Let me know in the comments below what resonates. See you very soon for more tarot. Bye, guys.